Hi, folks. I hope that everyone enjoyed their holiday season. My name is Brie, and I'm a graphic designer at Humber College, and I'm also a digital content creator for the Life at Humber team. So welcome to today's We Got You Live episode, and today we are going to introduce you to the entire Student Wellness and Accessibility Center front desk team. So they are going to answer your top questions on how to access SWAC services. This is totally new for us, so forgive any technical difficulties that we may experience. And also, if you're watching the replay, let us know in the comments by typing in replay. So to begin, I'm going to have folks here introduce themselves, their role at Humber, their personal pronouns. So Vicky, would you like to start us off?
Sure thing. Thanks, Brie. Hi, everyone. My name is Vicky DiGiovanni. I'm the office manager in the Student Wellness and Accessibility Center, also known as SWAC. And I'm here with my lovely team today, my front desk team, to answer all the frequently asked questions on how to navigate our services. So in SWAC, we have our counseling services, our accessible learning services, as well as our health services.
Next up, we have Cami.
Hi, everyone. My name is Cami Jabri. I'm office assistant at SWAC.
Great. And next we have Asha.
Hi, everyone. My name is Asha Ramkisoon. I am the administrative coordinator, and my pronouns are she or her.
Great. Then Martin.
Hi, everyone. My name is Martin Antonosovsky. I'm the office assistant at SWAC, and my personal pronouns are he and him.
And Jamil.
Hi, everyone. My name is Jamil, and I am also an office assistant here at SWAC, and my pronouns are she and her.
Thank you. Magda.
Hi, everyone. My name is Magdalena Visaika. I'm the office assistant, and my pronouns are she, her.
Thank you. And then we have Sherry. Oh, sorry. We have Sarah first. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone. I'm Sarah. I'm also an office assistant at SWAC, and my pronouns are she and her.
And then last but not least, Sherry.
Hi, Sherry Lee, office assistant, she, her.
Great. So for folks at home, get cozy, grab a cup of coffee, pen and paper if you want to take note of anything, or you can replay the video as many times as you'd like. And if you have any questions for us, just leave it in the comments and we'll get to them at the end. So let's get started. My first question is for Sherry. So what services does SWAC offer?
SWAC offers mental health counseling, accessible learning services for students with disabilities, as well as medical doctors and nurses. All these services are available to registered students. Our counselors are registered to practice psychotherapy in Ontario and have vast experience in mental health counseling. They see students experiencing personal stress that are affecting their studies. Accessible learning consultants take your disability documentation and self-report to determine your accommodations. Our medical doctors are general practitioners. Doctors see students for mental health and physical appointments, and our nurses see mental health, physical, and immunization appointments.
Wonderful. So yes, if you have any concerns about your health, your mental health, or seeking accommodations, you can contact SWAC for any of these services. Jamil, how are appointments being booked and how are services being delivered during COVID?
So our counseling appointments are being booked by email. So if a student would like to connect with counseling, they just need to email swac@humber.ca, and the link will be posted down below, swac@humber.ca, for our counseling services, and they're being offered by video or phone. Our health services for the health center, our appointments are in regards to clearance and flu shots for the health center. Those appointments are being booked by emailing healthcenter@humber.ca. That will also be available for you down below, healthcenter@humber.ca. So you email that for flu shot appointments and clearance appointments. Flu shot appointments are in person, and the medical secretary will call each student in regards to their clearance to set things up. For all other health center related appointments, such as if you want to see a doctor or a nurse, you just have to email us at swac@humber.ca. Our doctors are delivering their appointments by phone, video, or in person. These bookings vary and are based on patient needs. Our nurses are connecting with patients by phone or in person. However, this also varies, again, based on patient needs. And last but not least, our ALS appointments. So our ALS appointments can also be booked by emailing SWAC@humber.ca. Our ALS staff are connecting with students by phone or Microsoft Teams.
Great. So everything can be found, or you can contact SWAC for any of these services by emailing that email, which we will be posting down below in the description or any of our captions. So my next question is for Sarah. What services are available to out-of-province or international students?
Yeah, so we have a lot of services available. Our counselors are licensed to practice within Ontario, so therefore Humber International students can access a mental wellness student support program called Keep Me Safe. And the details for that will be on the screen, or you can visit keepmesafe.org. For more information, you can also live chat with a representative from the International Center on their website at international.humber.ca. For our students currently residing in Ontario, you can access Good to Talk, which is a post-secondary student counseling helpline available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And their number and email will be found in the description below. Domestic students residing outside of Ontario can access crisis services through Crisis Services Canada, and we will link that for you below as well. Our nurses are also available to contact students currently residing outside of Ontario to address any physical and mental health concerns that you may have. Our accessible learning services are still available for all Humber students, regardless of where you are currently residing. And doctor's appointments can still be accessed by any registered Humber students currently residing in Ontario. You do not need a health card or international insurance to access counseling, nursing, or accessible learning services. If you are an Ontario resident, you will need your OHIP card to access services with a physician at our center. If you are an international student, please visit WeSpeak at wespeakstudent.com to check your insurance coverage.
Thank you, Sarah. So all of the great resources that Sarah had mentioned will be in the description below. So again, you can contact Humber nurses, or you can refer to any of those great resources. My next question is for Martin. So if a student has an IEP in high school, how do they apply it to college, and when is it too late to apply for accommodations?
So the IEP equivalent at Humber College are called academic accommodations. And in order to set up the academic accommodations, students need to book an appointment with an accessible learning consultant. So while there's no deadline to set up the academic accommodations, the consultants will need a period of time to put the academic accommodations in place. So if students are looking to have accommodations in place for their midterms or their exam, they should book an appointment with a consultant sooner rather than later.
Thank you. So yes, sooner rather than later, that's super important. Give the counselors time to process your IEP. My next question is for Jamil. So will academic accommodations be in place for the entire duration of my diploma or program?
So with academic accommodations through Accessible Learning Services, once you register with Accessible Learning Services, your first step is to meet with a consultant to set up your academic accommodations. They are only good for 1 semester. Academic accommodations need to be renewed each semester for them to be put in place. At the end of each semester, our Accessible Learning Services team sends out an email to each student to register with ALS to renew their accommodations for the upcoming semester. So yes, you do need to renew your accommodations each semester for them to be in place.
Thank you. That's great to note. So Martin, say I wanted to reduce my course load. How can I make that happen?
So if you're just looking to drop some courses, you can do that through My Humber. But if you're looking to reduce your course load to a partial load while still maintaining full-time status, students that are registered with Accessible Learning Services, they would need to contact their consultant and they will arrange that for them.
Okay, thank you so much. My next question is for Sherry. If I am registered with ALS, what is the process for requesting extensions on tests or assignments? How do you go about that?
So first things first, double check your accommodation letter. You can do so in your student portal, which we will put up the link in the description. Once you have a look at it and make sure everything's good to go, send your professor an email. Just remind them that you have an accommodation for extensions and ask them what might be a suitable time for you to turn it in. If you run into trouble, you can email us at swac@humber.ca or email your consultant directly.
Great. Just know that SWAC's got your back. So I just came up with that on the fly. I'm proud of that. So Asha, my next question is for you. What is the process of getting my immunization clearance completed for my placement?
So students can access their immunization clearance forms, the returning and intake forms from their placement coordinators, or we've included it in the description below. The forms list all of the medical requirements that are needed for your immunization clearance. Pre-placement intake forms are for new students that are getting their clearance completed for the first time. And pre-placement returning forms are for students who need to renew their clearance cards. When starting the process for clearance, students have two options. Their first option, they can have the forms completed from their family physician. The second option is they can have it completed through Humber with our nurses. They just need to email healthcenter@humber.ca to set up an appointment with one of our nurses. Once all of the immunizations and forms are completed, students may call and make a phone appointment or email us to make a phone appointment with our medical secretary. And if you're a Humber North student, your clearance card will be created and submitted through Health Sciences. But if you're a Humber Guelph-Humber student or a Humber Lakeshore student, your clearance will be completed through the Health Center. And we will just be emailing you your ICC right now since we're virtual.
Thank you so much for that, Asha. So remember to complete those forms, and again, reach out to SWAC to get that processed. My next question is for Cami. If I'm on campus or live in residence, can I just walk into the health center?
Unfortunately, you cannot walk in. However, if you are on campus or you live on residence, you can contact us either by SWAC, by email at swac@humber.ca, or by phone at 416-675-5090 for the North Campus, or 416-675-6622 extension 3331 for the Lakeshore Campus to book an appointment. This will ensure that we allocate enough time for your appointment while still following the COVID-19 protocols and regulations.
Thank you, Cami. All right, so remember, you can't just walk in, you have to contact them first. So my next question is for Magda. How can I transfer my medical records to and from Humber?
Yes, so if you require your medical records to be transferred to or from Humber College, you need to complete the release of information form. This form will permit us to release or receive necessary medical information. Once the form is completed, you could send it to us via email to healthcenter@humber.ca or by fax. The fax number for the North Campus is 416-675-6320, and the fax number for the Lakeshore Campus is 416-251-3416.
Thank you, Magda. Excuse me. So my last question is for Vicki. As the officer manager of the Student Wellness and Accessibility Center, is there anything else that you'd like to add or that you would like Humber and Guelph-Humber students to know?
I think my team covered a lot of very helpful, useful information. So again, we can't emphasize enough that if you, whether you're in your first year, your third year, and you are seeking some support from SWAC, please contact us. And during this time, the best way to reach us would be swac@humber.ca. So I'd just like to thank everyone who's either watching live or watching at a later date. We hope you found this information to be useful and accessing our services. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we do have one question in our comments, and this is from Emily. If the students already have a doctor, could they still book an appointment with a doctor? At SWAC, I'm assuming. Is there anyone who'd like to take that question?
Yes, they can still see one of our doctors.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, Asha. So yes. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our live. Thank you for everyone who tuned in, and a special thanks to our guests for joining us today. I know that was a lot of information, but you can always replay the video and always see the comments down below for all of those great resources. So if you are tuning into the replay, just let us know by commenting replay on this video. And with that said, take it easy, Humber, and be sure to follow us on Instagram by searching Life at Humber. So thank you, everyone, for joining, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.